Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. I got the year right. This is Daily Shakeup number 450. Today, we're going to talk about ownership, leadership ownership, what it really means to take personal and professional and leadership responsibility for the impacts we create and for everything related to it. Over the break, I came across an article regarding a CEO of a very famous organization. I won't mention the organization, who had basically ended up losing her position because some emails were found, allegedly stolen, that, well, they were just inappropriate. And this is what the CEO of the organization said. This was the prepared statement. Quote, "The content of my emails to Scott were insensitive and inappropriate." Here's the key, "but are not an accurate reflection of who I am. Although this was a private communication that was stolen, I accept full responsibility for what I wrote and apologize to everyone who is offended." Close quote. Now, what do we see there? We see the words full responsibility. We see an apology. We see an acknowledgement that the communication was insensitive and inappropriate. But notice, and I see this regularly from leaders, "but these are not an accurate reflection of who I am," or "my comments do not reflect who I am." I struggle with that. And frankly, people should struggle with me around the same thing. We have this acknowledgement of something was wrong or inappropriate. We apologize, but some version of, "but that's not who I am." But the truth is, that's exactly who I am. In that moment when we send the email or we have this communication or behave in certain behavior, that's exactly who we are. Now, it's not a full representation of who I am. But what's the point of that? Who cares that it's not? The only one that cares that it's not the full part of me is me, not the person who was impacted. They don't care that I say, "Hey, that's not really who I am. That's not really what I think. That's not really what I believe." When I wrote the communication, when I had a communication, when I engaged in the behavior, in that moment, that's exactly and fully who I am, not who I was, who I am. And that's my encouragement today, to take more responsibility for not just the impact of our behaviors, our actions, our decisions, to acknowledge that is who I am, at least at that moment, and not to pretend otherwise, not to try and feel better, because it lessens the responsibility. To me, full responsibility is saying that is a part of me, and that is who was showing up in that experience, that communication, etc. We've heard it said in different ways over the decades: actions speak louder than words. The truth is, actions replace words. And here's the truth I don't even want to admit: my actions tell you who I am. My actions tell you who I am. Recently, I made some choices that had an impact on people around me, people I care about. And while I'd like to deny it, the truth is those actions speak the truth about my thinking in those choices. And I don't feel good about that. And it's really bringing to my own mind, my own heart, the reality of what it means to be really responsible and to really be committed to this truth that my actions tell you who I am in any situation, moment, or experience. So rather than trying to separate ourselves from ourselves, true leadership and responsibility is about acknowledging the connection, acknowledging the truth that my actions speak to who I am in that moment and those parts of me that may not be what I'm really proud of. And then to commit to showing myself differently through actions, not different words, but through actions in the future. Because here's my closing thought: leaders don't deny or deflect, they own it, they apologize it if that fits, and commit through actions to change those behaviors in the future, including shifting the beliefs and the thinking that drove those behaviors. Because for me to think and believe one thing, but act differently, is a lack of integrity, a lack of alignment. This is especially true when it comes to the ways we impact people around us. Think about it. Let me know your thoughts. That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. By all means, stay connected.